Hi, my name is Michael Lachance. I'm an author and comic. I have a new book out. It's Such a Big World, and Then It's Not. I'm going to do a reading today from this book. I'm going to read from chapter 8. You can find the book anywhere. On my website, it's www.skipperpete.com, and Skipper Pete Books on YouTube, along with my sister site, Skipper Pete Travel. You can find readings, comedy I've done, and then, of course, travels throughout the world. I hope you enjoy this book. It's a wonderful romance. Very different ending than I normally do, and I've already heard some comments about it, but I'm not changing it. I thought I would try something different. Anyway, this is chapter 8, The Conqueror Returns. It's about two men who meet over a mallard duck named Mona Lisa in a town called Mulhouse, France. I've been to Mulhouse, France. It's a cute little town just south of Colmar, which is then just south of Strasbourg. Strasbourg is the largest Christmas market in the world. I think it started in like 1468. So my book takes place in that time period, Christmas. And let me read you chapter 8, The Conqueror Returns. Vincent stood near a custodian closet, out of sight, and watched trains come and go. He was more frustrated than ever because he was precise in all things, and in one instance, he forgot his most important thing, his satchel with confidential documents inside. Damn. His face warmed. People. Can't trust people. He shook his head and thought on someone stealing the documents, the satchel, and then it hit him. My watch. He ran his hand up his forehead and through his hair to push his failure over the top and off of him. How could I be so? He balled his fist and drew back to punch the steel door in front of him. Damn. He looked at his PTSD watch, and it was close to 4. Christmas music, somehow too low to hear over the crowded platform, played loud. He turned his attention to passers-by, thought on Christmas, and then his heart sank. Is there a pill for loneliness? He turned back to the main station and someone bumped him. They didn't stop, but the bump pushed his gun into his side. Damn. He had to get it secured. The evening travel onslaught began about 4, but by 4:30 it was an all-out melee with students, tourists, and workers doing all they could to get to their train and to their destination. Vincent stood near a column and watched. Like Broadway after the shows let out, the throng of people moved like hundreds of unchoreographed geese trying to find their way south. Like Manhattan, there was no possible way to avoid running into another person. Tourists blindly walked toward their trains with carry-ons trailing behind them. The French pushed their way through, not for a lack of kindness, but like New Yorkers with a deep desire to get home to family. Vincent did not like crowds and hated being touched. He hadn't been in New York City for 2 years, and most of his assignments met at odd hours in odd places, where there was a definitive lack of people. Now he was neck deep in an ocean of people from all walks of life, all backgrounds, and all ages. Jesus! He knew he had to go back inside, and he couldn't miss his train when it returned. He closed his eyes and thought about his next move. His heartbeat was harder, and sweat built up on his brow. He looked at his watch, and a digital red heart thumped the screen. Michael got an alert on his phone about the Swiss rail train coming back to Mulhouse. Okay, where is this American? Then he realized the worst of it. I don't have his name. Marcel walked back to the terminus and looked at every track platform. Hundreds of people got off the train, and then hundreds of people got on the train with their purses or bags or luggage weighing them down. Vincent stayed closest to the wall and followed it back to the main terminus, lockers. He moved down the steps with the crowd and got to the lobby. Wow. He reached into his pocket and pulled out 2 white pills. Someone bumped him, and they were thrown into the air. Damn it! The tourist turned back, turned out, and walked off. Christmas music played, decorations hung everywhere, and lights danced. Vincent's in the Mulhouse Train Station trying to figure out how to get his lost satchel back. Marcel, who's checking the platforms, runs that train station, and he's already had a bad encounter with Marcel. He doesn't want to talk to him again. Michael's looking for him to tell him that the Swiss rail train's coming back with his bag, and he forgot to get his name. A lot of things going on, a lot of challenges, a lot of character building. Great book, great romance. It's such a big world, and then it's not available at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, iTunes, Smashwords. Thank you.